All right. See where I am with this live stream. I got to check where everything is. um, yeah. Hello. Hi, Lord Nitram. Uh, Patoshi. What's good? What's going on? How's everybody doing? uh, when Lima hits 50 cents, or you're saying Luna, when is Luna gonna hit 50 cents? Good morning, fam. We'll talk about all this stuff. Good morning, Matt. You seem farm move. I did see farm move lately. Um, why so late today? I actually got into I got into a into YouTube. So you know how when you jump into YouTube and you spiral down a couple of videos. So I was watching a lot of videos on, like, established titles, on FTX, on Luna, and different things what people are saying around the community, because I wanted to see where people are. But it seems like there's so many different things that are dividing the community that I just had to make this video. I actually was planning on just focusing on building up and doing research for content, and maybe not even going live today. um, because of all of the things that I didn't see, as I take so much time off, trying to make sure, the kids get situated and everything like that. I miss a lot of stuff. Or I miss covering a lot of stuff. So, before we get started in anything, guys, I was watching a video from the Millennial Market. If you guys want to go and subscribe to him, go and subscribe, because he usually has great content, and he also, does a lot of research with different things when it comes to proposals, it comes to understanding blockchains. He does great stuff. I've watched a few of his videos, and I'd prefer watching his videos over a lot of other creators out there, because it seems like he's definitely more knowledgeable. So if you guys want to go and subscribe to him, go and subscribe to him. But I saw a video recently where he was talking about the truth on Terra Luna Classic merge, and the Terra Rebels. Now, he talked about the proposal, the 10960, or however you say that, 10960. Let's call it that. Try and figure out a better way how it rolls off the tongue. 10960, where it's the 1.2% and develop burn tax during IBC reopening. And he said in that video that increasing the burn tax to 1.2% is not a good idea, because it decreases the volume. And why would you want to build, why would you want to just run a blockchain off of burns? And you don't necessarily run the blockchain off of burns. And I wanted to kind of respond to that. And I didn't create the proposal, but just understanding that I don't believe the tax should be as low as it is. Because is it going to decrease volume by seeing a 1.2%? No, we saw higher volume at 1.2% than we do now. Is it something to where we're running the blockchain based off of burns? No, we're not running the blockchain based off of burns. Think of it like this: it is a rescue mission. Terra Luna Classic is drowning in supply when it shouldn't be there, right? And we need to find a way to burn off that supply aggressively with the volume that's there. That's the way that we look at it. And it's just, wait, as long as it's not AMZ 1096. Yeah, I don't think it is. This is one that was voted no by 90% of the community. Not no with veto, just no with 90% of the community. Usually the no with veto is like where they're trying to take the money away that was also invested, or not invested, but used to create the proposal. Um, but anyways, I wanted to discuss that because, the 1.2%, I'm still questioning it. I put something on Twitter just recently, um, asking a question. It's an honest question. It really is. And I have yet to get an answer as to what DApps, what projects will have problems, and here it is. What is the percentage of Lunic projects that would be impossible to build with increasing the burn tax to 1.2%? It seriously is an honest question because I have yet to see any type of answer. And I really do want to get that answer. I want to understand where these are coming from. If we're going to see 90% of the projects that are built on chain be affected by this, because 1.2% is not a massive amount. We all know that we need some sort of level of burning, and we need to do it quicker than doing it over 10 years, because it's not something to where time is our friend. When you are part of a community that is not moving right now, because it's kind of, flat, time is definitely not our friend. I'm going to make videos on all this stuff explaining it, but time is definitely not our friend. We start dividing the community with different things. We should have a burn tax. We shouldn't have a burn tax. We want to focus on, utility. We don't want to focus on utility. We want to see a merger. We don't want to see a merger. We have different projects that are built that look like kind of the scams that are going through Terra Station, where you would drop your Lunic into here and you would be airdropped Luna 2.0. It seems like they spent money on building a scam to where we wouldn't see any type of merger. This is a manual merger that they're building, if it's believable and true, right? Anyways, I just wanted to discuss that. But millennial market, I don't really agree with what you said there, but it's okay to agree to disagree. I understand we have the same goal in mind, is to keep the Terra Luna Classic community strong and grow utility in the end. But I think I don't know. I just can't. I don't see why. So I understand with the whole utility situation. Like I like utility. I love burns. I understand what the process is there, but the utility is just like, can it be too early to implement something like that? So, anyways, I'll definitely give my full opinions on that in like a video to break it down in depth without any like comments that we're trying to read. The Terra merge isn't really a merge. Some unknown people are trying to create a protocol that have a one swap to drain liquidity out of Lunic and return it to swap rewards. I saw that, and it's going around that there's going to be a merge just because of something that's created. But you can, I guess that's more of, if you look at it, it's like a bridge. I wouldn't even say it's a merge, because you're voluntarily bridging over to Luna 2.0 rather than staying on the classic network. That's the way that I see it. As long as it's legit. My understanding is the merge will not happen. I agree with that. New guy here. I don't see much of the fourth quarter roadmap updated for Lunic. Is this about utility versus burns, or getting the roadmap done in the states in stated time? So from what I understand, I'm not sure that Terra Rebels are doing much right now. That they have like not necessarily like paused operations, but I don't know how else, I don't know how else to put that. So I don't know what they're looking to do with the fourth quarter roadmap, but I guess there's so much that's unknown. I haven't even checked anything. I haven't even checked anything out. So I'm gonna not give a comment on that even though I just kind of did. I'm not really going to give a comment on it until I check it out. I feel that more burning would bring more development to the chain. It may cost developers more starting off, but seeing the chain being proactive and getting the supply down may attract people. Exactly. Right now, getting the supply down, as long as you have DApps that can create. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be able to create. I'm just saying, with my post on Twitter, what percentage of DApps would it be impossible to create, right? Is it something where it's something as simple as a product, right? If it's a product that you have to where you're selling that product, a simple transaction, it's worth having the 1.2% tax. If it's a simple swap mechanism or APY or whatever you're doing with, you know, your different projects that are created, then, you know, if you're not seeing multiple transactions in one, if you're not seeing like at least 3 transactions in one move, then it really doesn't make sense how you're saying that DApps wouldn't be able to build. It attracts DApps. Understanding that a popular chain will attract projects. That's just how it goes. Now, if you have a burn associated with everything and a large burn at that associated with everything, well, then it attracts investors a lot more, which does attract projects, right? Because investors right now understand the growth potential. They'd give up 10%, not saying it needs to be 10%, but they'd give up 10% knowing that the price is going to rise by 10x or knowing that the price is going to rise by 2x, right? If you double your position but only get 90% of that position, would you still take it? I'm sure you would. You know, it's definitely, I'm between a rock and a hard place because I agree that utility is important, and I've said it for plenty of videos, way too many to count, and live streams. But we have to focus on, or not just focus on one area, but we have to understand how one thing may impact another. But if it doesn't impact it like we're saying it's going to impact it, like it's going to decrease volume, because volume decreased under the 0.2%. It was higher over the 1.2%. So I don't understand where that whole mindset comes, is that it's going to push away, creators. I don't know. Show them the real things in crypto. Animal Farm, it's all over YouTube. Is it? I did get a private DM from someone knowledgeable who suggested the same. What are you talking about? They're moving over to a working model, fucking contracts now. Don't show people a scam. What scam? Is this a scam? This is not a scam. Nardar said yesterday that his 2 cents is that the Luna community can't afford to pay them. So it's more a less a pointless debate. Matt, should I sell 12K in Shiba, CRO, and Luna to buy Bitcoin, or just dollar cost average into Bitcoin over time? So that's a tough decision. Getting out of 3 positions, sell my 12K in Shiba, CRO, and Lunic to buy Bitcoin. You're saying sell all your Shiba, all your CRO, all your Lunic to buy Bitcoin. If you're looking for a lesser return, then yes. When you look at Bitcoin, yes, has a lot of potential. But when you look at the return potential for where it is to where it is at its high, or to where maybe your selling points may be, you might see a 2x or 3x. CRO, I firmly believe, is going to definitely hit the all-time highs in my opinion, right? That's why I hold or invested $12,000 into it. 13,000. Terra Luna Classic, I believe, is going to run either way with the community that may be divided or not. I believe they're going to run. So that is not really a question for me. Shiba Inu is probably the only question. I do believe it's going to make a little bit of a move from where it's at right now. I don't know where you invested, but it's iffy, looking at what's going to happen maybe with Shibarium and with Treat and every other project that they're building that doesn't really have an impact on Shiba Inu at all, besides disappointment. So that's totally up to you. If you like Bitcoin more, go into Bitcoin. I'm not a Bitcoin fan. I'd rather go with Ethereum. It has more potential, in my opinion. And I believe it's really just getting started when we talk about this utility or use case bull market that we're going to see. Stupid to shield Terra Luna when you can put your money in Animal Farm. Come on now. It's not all over YouTube. If I hear that statement one more time, I'm gonna get out of it. I'm gonna not get out of this, but I'm gonna get you out of here. I understand where you're coming from. I don't care for the position. It's not all over YouTube if multiple people aren't mentioning it to me and I don't see videos that are creating on it. It's definitely not all over YouTube. Crypto Kim pretty much said every exchange except Binance is going bankrupt. What? Every exchange except Binance is going bankrupt. I understand there's a lot of speculation around exchanges. Every exchange except Binance is going bankrupt. It seems like CZ is really trying to push that narrative that no exchange is doing it the right way besides them. Thank you, Ryan Mack. So what he is saying is that is in aren't they moving to a subcontract model? Exchanges are falling. When is Lunic reach $1? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Crypto King is full of it. Matt, DM was referring to KuCoin. Maybe next to fall. So, what makes people think that KuCoin is next to fall? They have their reserves posted. Why would KuCoin be next to fall? Why? Like, I don't understand what's bringing up so much speculation. Is it because there's a couple of videos on YouTube that are saying something's next to fall? If it's everywhere on YouTube, then maybe. Farm is running. Let's check Farm right now. I haven't looked at Farm since I think last night. The Farm is up 21%, up to $38. It went up to $42 of a high in the last 24 hours. In the last month, it's actually been to $52. So that's great to see. This will run a lot more in a bull market, and I can't wait until that does happen. That's why I hold a decent amount in Farm. I hold about 100 of them, and I think it's well worth it. KuCoin is offering ridiculous APYs for staking. Are they? I think I have a KuCoin account. I just never invested with it. So I applauded CZ because of those bad exchanges are over-leveraging our money. That's true that they are over-leveraging our money, but it's on him not to panic the market. You shouldn't create panic within the market. I don't applaud him for what he did, or sorry, I'm okay with what he did. I'm just not okay with how he did it. because the crazy thing is, like, he did all of that and he didn't even sell his FTT token, even though because he wanted to protect investors and what? I heard because high APY. Trying to get people in for KuCoin. How else we gonna get money to Terra Rebels? They won't release V23 without payment. I thought V23 was already a part of the work they're doing in pro bono. I don't understand why people won't pay people that are putting in effort for this community. I don't understand it. I mean, the community is just divided. It's like it's insane to me that we won't pay people for their efforts, right? And then you're wondering, it's like, should everybody get paid for what their efforts are? And everybody starts to get greedy. This is why someone commented on my video, one of my videos, and they were like, stop saying that it's about greed because it's about investors making money. And I was like, what's the difference? You know, you have to look at greed some way, right? And for me, yeah, I'm greedy at times. I will take the investment over or take the profits over holding the position for other people to take profits. If you take any type of profits anytime, you have greed in your heart, right? And I think every single human being has some form of greed. And the reason why I say that you have some form of greed is because when you sell, other people get impacted on the other side, right? It's about winners and losers in this game, right? To where you invest at a low point, sell at a high point while other people are investing, they end up losing what they put in, or not losing all of it, but losing a portion of what they put in, and then maybe they end up selling low. But that person lost. The person that bought in lower won, right? Or the person that shorted, and as it did fall down, they won, while that same person that invested high, bought high, and it fell low, they lost. So it's about greed, right? People need to be paid for what they do, or else they're not going to do it. Eventually, especially with time, and that's why I've been saying that time is not our friend. People say that, oh, well, if this happens over 10 years, that's fine. You don't understand what this community will be in 10 years, because time, when things are standing still, prices aren't moving, people are getting frustrated, people that are creating are not being compensated for what they're doing, then they start to give up or move to the other side, or the community gets divided. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Literally with only 6 months, right? 6 or 7 months. We're basically looking at this and saying how many people are divided, how many groups are divided over here. People that believe in the burn tax, that don't believe in the burn tax, that believe that we should have some sort of burn tax, so 0.2% was enough. People that believe that the burn tax should be lower or higher. People that believe in utility, don't believe in utility. People that believe the developers should be paid. People that believe that they shouldn't be paid. There's so many different pieces and so many different groups of this community that are divided, and it's going to get worse with time. So with people thinking that we can find a way to all come together, no, there's going to be people just like people that are politically divided. No matter what, they side with a certain side. And I'm not going to talk about like individual politics or individual parties, but people that go on either side of anything, there's just division that happens with time. So it's and merge, right? There's another thing. It's like people that believe in a merge system, people that don't believe in a merge system. The exchanges falling, FUD needs to stop already. I agree. The exchanges that fell were making bad decisions behind the scenes. They paid the price, and the investors lost a lot of money. Than investors will ever. Than the exchanges ever will. Yeah. I agree. I agree. There does need to be conversations about things to see what's going to happen, but it doesn't need to be like overall panic like we've been doing with everything. It's like, oh, they offer an APY, they're going down. Ah, this cough, man. You all in it for the money, and two, it hit big. That's the truth. Yeah, I would agree. Everybody's in it for the money. This is the problem with where I stand, because it's like they're saying that it's all about building on chain when it's all about people that want to make money in the end, because they're not looking to use Terra Luna Classic for anything. People don't want to spend their investment to buy something else unless it's another investment. They're going to hold on to that or gather more Terra Luna Classic and be greedy with the amount that they can gain. And then say that with the free Lunic that they get, they don't want to have staking, they don't want to have burns come off the staking rewards, which is free. It's free Terra Luna Classic, but we don't want to have burns come off the staking rewards because we're greedy. I mean, that just shows greed right there. It's free Terra Luna Classic, not money that we spent. Free Terra Luna Classic that we could burn off. I'm not greedy. I have a disabled daughter. When time comes, I just want her to have some stability. Greedy? I am not. So I think everybody, we can classify it differently, but I think everybody has some form of greed, you know, and I understand, you know, the situation. I felt as though I I was greedy when I was asking for money when I was a kid and I was poor and I lived on the street for, you know, days, and, you know, staying in shelters and all this other stuff. I felt like I was greedy at times because I would ask for change, and then somebody would give me like $2 and I have enough to eat, and I would still ask for money. That's greed right there. You know, I don't need to sit here and ask for anything else when I was a kid, but I didn't know. But I was greedy to make sure I had something for the next day. And then I didn't have to come out and do that. So even though it sounds horrible by saying, you know, people are greedy, um, even doing something for yourself or for your family has some sort of greed to it. And it's not a bad thing. It's not. Greed is not always bad. But overdoing anything it could be bad. So being overly greedy, basically saying I want to take from every single person, every single community, that's the bad way to look at it. But thinking about yourself or thinking about your family is not a bad thing at all. You know, and that's what people need to do. And if you make a right decision, it doesn't mean that you're the greediest person in the world or that you're horrible, you're a supervillain. No, you know, you're thinking about your family over, you know, thinking about everyone else in the world, you know, because I want to take profit. And this is why I'm trying to be in the middle when I take my profit and not take it all at the top. Because if I'm holding 44 million or people are holding 1 billion, they can be overly greedy and take at that point and take from what you're holding, basically. So sorry if I offended by anybody by saying that, but it's like you have to think of it in a different way and don't think of greed as always being bad. But what's up? What are you looking for? News. Yeah. So, anyways, let's get past that whole greed topic. See what other people are saying. Greed and survival are two different things, Matt. Yes, yes and no. Greed and survival are two different things, but if it's something where I don't necessarily need it, how can you be greedy when someone is poor? Look, if you think that way, if you think that taking as much as you can when you're poor is a good thing, then you think the same way as a lot of these charities that take all of the money and only invest 10% in the actual charities. So That's the way that I look at it. You can be greedy while being poor. I've seen it, bro. I know. I've seen it. People, but this is the thing. It's like people look at the word greed and they're like, that's horrible. I'm not what is that guy like Stooge something? So no, Sylvester Stooge? No, that's not it. I can't even think of it. Where he basically doesn't want to help out any of the poor people, or doesn't care about Christmas or anything like that. Doesn't care about giving to people. Um, that doesn't make sense. Period. I mean, it won't make sense to everybody, but I hear you, Matt. Nothing wrong with wanting a better life. To be honest, I wish everyone the best in the crypto world. So do I. I think what he's trying to explain is want and need, um, getting jaded in the process. Yeah, yes, wants and needs. Um, let's go with that. I don't exactly believe what you say now. Uh, sure, you grew up poor, dude. You don't believe what I say? That I grew up poor? All right. Well, if you don't believe that I grew up poor, then um, I mean that's on you. I mean, I can't prove it any other way. Um, except with the fact of my experiences were very, very bad. Um, and I tried to make the best of them. So if you don't believe me that I grew up poor and you want to say a statement like that, that's that's an insult. Um, and I'm gonna take that as a lot of disrespect. So I know you've been around here for a while, but I'm gonna have to get you out of here. So I feel completely disrespected by that, because to say that what I did in my life growing up the way that I did and all the decisions that I made, that they aren't real, fuck you. So that really disrespected me. I that really disrespected me. And out of someone that I saw here for a long time too, but a dude just spammed the chat and earlier he got deleted. All right. All right. But anyways, Farmcoin was moving up to 20%. Well, up to 20% now. Obviously, it was up to $52 over the last month. Just completely skip past that. So yeah, it went up to $52 over the last month. If we look at over the last 24 hours, up to $42. So waiting for that to make some of the moves that it has made in the past, looking at Farmcoin and seeing this, up to a level of $200, $300 would be absolutely fantastic for a lot of the, um, all right, let me go back here. Missing something here. What's going on there? So yeah, for a lot of the people that invested, around that $100 mark to where it did hold for a while, up in here in like this $90 to $100 mark, and then decided to fall down all the way down to a low of $27 where I invested more. And like a tissue or something. And seeing that it has increased up to about $50+ does not even show even close to what the potential is for Farmcoin. And I can't wait to see this back up in the level of 200 plus, because then the money that I invested at $27 will obviously grow a hell of a lot from where that is. And I'll still have the 70 coins that I invested previous to that, which was around $100 or so. So seeing that up at $200 would obviously be really, really good. Let's see. Anything else moving in the markets right now? Ethereum is up 3%. I know it was up a little bit more because I got a notification for it earlier today, saying that it was above that point, which is crazy because 24 hours. It was at like 4 a.m. At 4 a.m. I received a notification that said Ethereum's price is up to $1,232. So it only says the high here was 1,200. I look at the last 7 days. Yeah, so it looks like 1,224. So I don't understand how 1,232 was even a thing, because it doesn't even show it here. It also says BNB is up to $300. That's, or $309. I don't know where a BNB is now, but I can tell you that BNB for me, it's like I want to invest in BNB, but I have like it's at a where's the market cap? It's at a $43 billion or $48 billion market cap, almost $50 billion market cap. So it's about halfway from where it was at its high point, which is concerning to me, because yes, it could be more valuable and you could see it not only double but also triple, but it doesn't look like it was impacted as much as Ethereum or Bitcoin or anything like that. BNB doesn't seem like it had as much of an impact. And even in the last 7 days, you can see it's up 18%. So I don't know. It's a little weird. And Dogecoin up 38% in the last 7 days, up 9% or 10% today. I mean, it just goes, it's off and on for Dogecoin. So there's a lot of great players right now, great movers currently. Thank you, Peter, for that super chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. How much Ethereum are you staking, if any? Yeah, I have 5 Ethereum that I'm staking at 6.85% APY. I know Coinbase offers a higher APY for Ethereum. I think Ethereum is the highest APY. And I saw an article way back when that said that Ethereum, you would be able to stake it for 12% over there. But I'm happy with any percentage, really. I don't need to see 6.85%, but if I am gaining 6.85%, I'll take that any day of the week. So let me bring up crypto or Coinbase Earn. So yeah, I guess my average interest rate is 5.664% because I'm getting 6.85% for Ethereum, 4.63% for Tezos, 5.75% for Algorand, um, 5 for Cosmos, and I'm also getting 2.68% for Cardano. Um, and I'm glad to be gaining more ADA every single day. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did. Solana's a 1%. Matt, have you thought of creating a validator node for Lunic? I 100% stake with you. So I have, and I decided that I wouldn't do it. The reason why I decided I wouldn't create a validator is because if you are a validator, one, you have to put a lot of your effort into, um, you know, doing things with your validatorship. Um, and I would think that two, you're kind of, um, I don't know, you're kind of, kind of have a conflict of interest there. I'm not really a person that wants to push the narrative or um, tell people why I would vote a certain way, that way, or kind of explain why they should vote a certain way, I would say, and then go ahead and vote that way, because then I'm telling you, um, this is the reason why you should do this, explaining you and pushing you towards a certain way of voting when I should leave the vote up to you. Because as I create videos about proposals, it's telling you, oh, this is the way you should vote. And then so many people start to agree. I'm kind of pushing people in the direction that I want to vote when it shouldn't be that way. So like a lot of things of what Classy Crypto are doing and what Crypto King are doing, I feel like they push people in the way that they would need to vote and how they would feel based on just the people that are following their community. And every single video, if someone's leaning towards a different way, they go and watch that video and they get convinced to vote the way that Classy or Crypto King is doing. Now, I think the only one that probably does a great job at doing this is Happy Caddy. I think he's done a great job of staying kind of neutral in a lot of those situations and not uh, telling people exactly. And from what I've seen, I haven't seen all of his videos lately, but staying neutral in those situations. So I don't like um, dealing with that, trying to push my audience a certain way, getting them to vote with me by telling them what I think about a proposal. Um, I just want to remain neutral and see all the people that are within the validator vote, as well as just voting. But I can't get around it if I'm creating videos on it. So I'm not going to be a validator, and I will never be a validator. It's a little too much work, especially when you know I have kids and a family, and others don't, and it just makes it easier to focus on certain things. Like I can't get to all of the hype news around merging, which has come up over the last couple of days or week or so. Yeah, I think he does a great job with his node. He understands a lot, um, not only with that stuff, but also with you know building websites, Lunic Penguins, all that stuff. I'm not really amazing at that. I went to school for it, but I totally forgot. I agree. Happy Caddy has been incredible. Yeah, Ryan, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. Appreciate it a lot. Matt, can you send me some CRO, bro? Like 5,000 for what? For what reason? That seems like a lot. Took the words right out of my mouth, Matt, regarding Happy Caddy, and does a good job. Well, great. I'm glad we think alike. Yeah, it does take a lot of time for sure. I understand why you wouldn't want to avoid. I understand why you would want to avoid conflict of interest. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to deal with that. Um, I kind of explained it, so yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Has any coin ever come back from the dead with burns? No, they're well, one, I don't think any coin really needed to come back from the dead with coins, or sorry, with burns. But the problem is that right now it's not a known concept. It's a people know about burns, but when it becomes something that is normal in crypto, burning off the coins, um, you will see CEXs implement it as well if it does become a tax. Now, I think a lot of CEXs don't like taxes in general. It's not about just burns. They don't like taxes in general. Now, if everything had to somehow flow through on chain once per cycle or something like that, like you had to move it or something, and you will see coins that get burned at least once throughout that process, then that would be something that can actually work, because I don't know if CEXs will ever implement a tax no matter what, because they don't want to tax their users. But the problem is that if a project says that it has a tax, it should also apply to exchanges. So the fact that it's not applying to majority of the volume is the issue. You know, if you have just on chain volume, which I think eventually we're going to have a lot of people that are trading or holding on decentralized exchanges and moving on decentralized exchanges. Um, you're just playing, yeah. Um, and with most people that are moving over to DEXs rather than CEXs, we could see a lot of taxes that are implemented and could work in this to see burns. But no, there's nothing that has come back from the dead by burning. I've yet to play an ad the whole entire time that I've been here. I'm a fan of Happy Caddy Crypto. I've said it before. He is very level-headed and a smart guy. I would agree. Matt, I'm currently dollar cost DCC into crypto. Wait, into crypto earn with Pro at 6% APR. Do you think this is a good idea? Um, I'm not sure. With crypto earn, like in Coinbase, and Pro gives you a 6% APR. Do you think this is a good idea? I mean, if you're gaining a good APR, then that's great. But if you're paying more than what you're gaining, because I think if you have Coinbase Pro, right, you have to pay like $20 a month or something. I don't know what it is, but you're paying some sort of fee per month, and then having free trades, and also, I guess, a higher APR, which I didn't really fully know about. Or is it Coinbase One? Is that the Pro version? Um, Maybe that's not what I'm talking about. Maybe that's not what you're talking about. I don't know. Staking on Terra Station safe. I know when staking coins are not in your wallet. Staking on Terra Station is safe. Yeah, it's not. You got to pick the right people, but staking on Terra Station is safe. Yeah, what Happy Caddy Crypto has done for his community is quite incredible. I'm a big fan of his. He really knows his stuff. I would agree. That's why I once I saw him start to talk about different things, and I decided to share his channel, share his YouTube, share his Twitter, share as much as he can. And I mean, he posts on Twitter and posts a lot of stuff that are relevant to Terra Luna Classic and whatever, right? It's not. I don't believe it's just Terra Luna Classic, but majority of it is. Coins can lose liquidity, which makes it near impossible to trade. At least for me, I would consider a token dead at that point. Yeah, even though it's never 100% truly dead. If it loses liquidity, it can always gain that liquidity back if people start believing in it. Meaning that if it loses complete liquidity, meaning that all the exchanges decide to delist it anywhere that it has liquidity pools, if it does have liquidity pools, then you would be able to, you would only be able to trade it for whatever that's worth. Yeah. Need a tissue or something. Sorry, I hit the wrong person. Uh, I'll take the blame on that. We're both going for him at the same time. Um, wait, hold your crypto in your wallet. These exchanges are going down. I won't agree that all exchanges are going down. Hey Matt, thoughts on is that Axie? Is that what that is? Currently at $6.84. It's up 5%. There is a lot of dilution that's out there. I don't know if they've added anything. It looks like from the last time I looked at it, I feel like their circulating supply has increased. Maybe. We're seeing $42 million. It's on a lot of exchanges. I know that for sure. If we look at all history and look at the price points, we've seen this up to $160 at one point. Decreasing down, falling down. This is definitely a sign to where dilution had to kick in at least a little bit. So it looks like it has kicked in. Seeing the prices that are lower, but somehow the market cap is a little bit higher, meaning that you have had a little bit of dilution. Now I don't know how that dilution is added, but you do have the ability to decrease the overall price based on adding coins. We look over the last year, we've seen this again at $143.26 versus this low point here. I would rather probably look at closer to the month, if not the last 6 months, instead of the last year, because with 100, what was the market cap then? It was at a $10 billion market cap with 100 million coins that are out there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it has definitely a lot of potential. I would say if you're looking for a longer term gain, you definitely can have a lot of potential in where it's at now because you're literally sitting at a $683 million market cap. And it's been up to a $10 billion market cap. So literally looking for, 2x, 3x, 5x return is believable. One. I just received your profit hand shirt. Thank you. I will be sporting it, bro. Yeah, put it on Twitter. I wanna see the shirt. I can retweet the shirt. I think there's only like a handful of people that got a Profit Hands or Profits shirt, which I like the Profits design. I really do. I have a bunch of those shirts. Erica has a couple of workout shirts as well, like tank tops, and also her sweater that she likes. But thanks for purchasing it. I appreciate it. Well, actually, I wanted to get your opinion from the staking point of view, especially on Binance. Well, I don't. What's the staking percentage on Binance? If you have a staking percentage on Binance, usually that's legit and it's a good situation to hold onto the position to kind of fight the dilution as well. Because if you have dilution and you believe in the position, you want to be able to capture more as you're holding it. So if it's $6 that you're per coin and you're holding 100 or 1,000 or something, then you can gain more and more. I think Jasmine, someone mentioned Jasmine. I think Jasmine has a ton of dilution. Lunac will not hit $1, not even in dreams. I mean, we will have to see. We'll have to see. But if and when it does hit $1, I want to see you here and say, look, I was wrong. Do you have anything invested in Lunic at all? MD, I don't know how to say your name. Is it like Rahan? Rahan? Are you actually an MD? Or is that just your initials? We will have 1.5, 1.5 years of more of a bear market. I've been seeing about 1 year. I've been seeing that. Approximately 54% is what you gain. Oh, well, that's a no-brainer. If you're making up the dilution, it doesn't seem like they dilute a lot. So if you're gaining 54%, that's a no-brainer. Now, if they usually, when you have a lot of dilution, or when you have a high percentage, that means that they're the 54% is to try and make up with the dilution that's coming up. So something like what VVS Finance has done, where they introduced like billions of coins and had a 72% APY. We can't pay the devs. Apparently, do Lunic will fail. We can pay the devs. It's just people don't want to. That's the way of saying that we can, is that you have the people in the community that have to vote for doing that. Now, validators could vote separately, and you may see validators that vote a certain way and believe that this is the way to go because, you know, if they won't release anything, then can I come out of timeout now? You've been out of timeout. Oh, did someone put you in timeout by accident? Elastic staking, Lunic is now 1.28% APR. I can come out. I read that. I'm Muslim. That is why I have MD. I'm not any MD. I don't hold any Lunic. Okay. All right. So yeah, if and when this, or if or when this gets to $1 or even close to this level of $1, I want you to come and, you know, say, you know, I was wrong here. And, you know, obviously it, depending on if it doesn't, then I definitely will say that, you know, I've admitted that I was wrong before. But this is why I have a spreadsheet where people take profit beforehand, because you never know the variables that take place. If we can see burns, we can definitely get that to a level of $1. Muslim doesn't have anything to do with MD. Just say that MD is short for the name Muhammad. Stop causing confusion. Yeah, you can. I was talking to myself the whole time anyway. I'm sorry. I apologize, Kristen. I apologize. So if the community doesn't want to pay the rebels, where does that leave the project? At a stalling point, sort of. I mean, we still have things that are releasing, but it's just we're at a stalling point where I don't believe they will release things if they don't get paid. They're doing all of this. They're doing everything that we want them to do, and they're just not getting any compensation for it. They're spending so much time doing this stuff. I don't know. I don't believe everybody deserves the same compensation. Maybe some people deserve less than others, but still something. Appreciation goes a long way. This is the reason why I left my job, was for a lack of appreciation. You know, you would you would create something that works, and it would literally get a look, and it would be like, oh, this is great, we can find a way to use this. But then the mindset of the CEO or CFO or COO changes, and then what you created is not actually appreciated. It's appreciated by one person in a meeting that said that it would change the outcome of the business and how we look at everything there. But then the mindset or the focus ended up changing, and a lack of appreciation, and the fact that when that focus changed and old goals changed into new goals, but without actually changing, so I had to complete the old goals and complete the new goals, and not be appreciated for it by not getting any type of compensation, raise, bonuses, all of that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. And that's the same thing that's happening here, to where it doesn't seem like they're being appreciated, but besides people being like, oh, well, now you have a following. Edward Kim, I believe, has a pretty big following over here, right? Edward, doesn't he have like 56,000 followers, which is great. It's just great to be able to see, how many followers he's gained, which creates wealth, because you can find a way to monetize this. So that's not a bad thing at all. Let me actually go back to my portfolio, or my profile. I say portfolio. Matt, didn't KuCoin start giving out some crazy APYs? And if that's true, that smells like liquidity problems. Half asleep when I heard this morning. So from what I understand, they were giving out APYs. I haven't put money into KuCoin, and I didn't think they were ridiculous. I think if it's a standard APY for everybody, then yes, it's definitely ridiculous, because we all know that that's not sustainable, giving people like 8% or 10% APY, but like 5% in certain coins, yes, we can see that happen. I appreciate one person who's already your best bud, so it doesn't matter. Appreciated by one person who's already your best bud, so it doesn't matter. I don't know what you're getting at there. I get so much appreciation on YouTube besides that comment earlier. But yeah, I text this before when somebody does something for free. Then they ask for money. People don't want to pay them. They should be taking something from the beginning. See, that's the thing. It's like, that's the thing. It's like you don't want to offer that to a community that's struggling, because it's not about that. Right now, it's about establishing, or then it was about establishing something that we can see, especially with how the community was. The community was set on burns. Like, we need to set up this burn. If we set up the burn, everything will function as normal. We set up the burn. The problem is that majority of the volume flowed through CEXs. It wasn't it didn't live up to its name of the 1.2% burn tax, and CZ went against sort of his word. KuCoin kind of finessed everybody. All these exchanges finessed people, and not applying the 1.2% tax to the highest amount of volume. And we all know that would be a problem, but since they had these statements coming out, and CZ said, let's wait for the on-chain tax to be implemented before we talk about off-chain tax, making us believe that they would implement the burn tax. So it was all about that. And it wasn't about, creating all of these things right away. It was about establishing a situation where we can decrease the supply, and then we can worry about all this other stuff that we're worrying about now, utility and everything there. But since we didn't see them do that, we could have seen so much burn off in a matter of 2-3 months with the 1.2% burn implemented everywhere. But the fact that they're not doing that is a little ridiculous. My nose is itching. It's bothering me. Um, Terra is coming up with a cannot read coming up with a bid for work on the chain. That would be better for both community and dev. Let's hope that people vote the right way. Did you buy tonics? No, I didn't. I didn't buy tonic. If you're talking about tonic, as in like tectonic, no, I didn't buy it. And don't sweat it, Matt. I can see the way you move and speak volume. Speaks volume. Keep up the good work. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Richard, thank you for that super chat. Matt, please don't tell me KuCoin will be the next one we find naked when the tides go out. Huge APYs. So I haven't seen what their APYs are, but I know that they have published their reserves. I don't know how much we truly believe in those reserves, but if they have the reserves to back the coins that are invested on there, it may be just to a point to where maybe they can't live up to the APYs, or maybe they can. I really don't know the answer to that. But they have their reserves published, right? So if we go into KuCoin here, we're going to see that they have weekly visitors of 2 million visitors. That's weekly. That's, one of the highest that's up there, even though, you're not seeing as much trading volume going there. I guess more people that are holding on here rather than the visitors. But if you do go in here, you're going to see that they have the reserves published, at which they have $2.5 billion in reserves. And 32% of that is in USDT. I guess it's probably because people stake. Do they get a high APY for staking USDT? They have 17% in their own token. That's with people holding it, I guess. You have 10% in BTC, 7% or 8% in Ethereum, 5% or 6% in stablecoins, and then 24% in others. As you go down here, you're going to see what the others are. A lot of people hold Quant, BNB, Tell, I guess people are holding. So they have their reserve published. I don't know as to what percentages they're getting with all of these, but they definitely have reserves there. And are these audited reserves, or are these just reserves that they've just put out there? Because sometimes if you put out something and you're not telling the truth, I mean, you can just lie about this stuff, right? So I don't know. I would say no. I mean, their total assets are 2.5 billion. So I also wanted to look at crypto.com because I like crypto. I like looking at the reserve data that the coin market cap has added. At 14% SHIB. So people backed off with holding their SHIB on crypto.com. They have more assets than KuCoin. I mean, $3.5 billion in assets with only $231 million of trading volume every 24 hours. Holding a lot in USDC because they do have a higher staking percentage there. Ethereum, 17%. That's good to see. Shiba Inu at 14%. BTC at 21%. Now, these are all of the coins that people are holding, not just like they're investing in SHIB to back every investor. That's not the case. My wife just sent you a tweet with a pic of the shirt. Really? Go over here where I went the wrong way. Nice. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for buying that. And it looks great. I just retweeted it. Yeah, thank you for buying that, and thank you for, um, supporting the channel. Uh, where are you on Luna merge? Would you say it's a bad idea? And what's your take on repeg of Lunic and how do we get CEXs to agree to implement the 1.2% tax was perfect? That's a lot in one question. But my where's my stance on the merge? Well, one, I don't believe that this merge can happen, right? Because there's too many people that kind of lean to one side. They're already separated. It's not going to be something where people merge together and, send their coins over there. Two, it's kind of sketchy to me. It reminds me of the airdrops that happen in Terra Station, to where it's like you give us your Lunic and we'll airdrop Luna 2.0. And really, on um, it all depends on how much they have, because you can't just say, all right, well, we'll give you Lunic, and then I guess on a certain day, that's where you will get Luna 2.0, because then you'll have to see how many people actually got in there, what is going to be the ratio that happens there, because it's, in my opinion, it's just a bridge based on what the cost is. That's all I see. It doesn't really make sense to me for anyone to do that, but I will make a video on it explaining where my head is and what everybody's thinking, because I don't believe this is going to happen, and if it should really be talked about that much. The repeg, I would like to see repegging of USTC. The issue is that I feel like without a strong backing or strong security, we can be in the exact same situation, to where we see USTC at a depeg state because people ended up selling it as it got to $1, right? If we are at a certain level to where Luna can't support it and you don't have reserves for USTC. But then when it comes to the 1.2% or 0.2%, I don't know how we get CEXs to implement it. I've been trying. I haven't been trying hard enough because I haven't had time to go and like grab the photo and repost it, because I want to keep posting it and keep asking exchanges to do this. I feel like an exchange has blocked me already because I have posted about it and they're getting a lot of responses with it. But I think because from what I tagged, it went from a point to where it's not tagged anymore. And maybe that's just a mistake on my end, but I have to go in there and check to see if they have. Maybe they haven't. But I feel like we need to keep pressuring them into doing this, because this is the way that we save Terra Luna Classic. If we can get CEXs on board with a burn, any burn, it doesn't matter what burn it is, even 0.2% will work out fine. Like, let me go and bring up this. I'm not going to show you the spreadsheet. I just want to go into like a blank sheet. So yeah, if you have two, what is it? How much do we see? Like 500 million sometimes in like a, not really a bull run, but middle of the road market. So 500 million, is that 500 million? No, that's 50 million. So $500 million, I guess multiplied by, you take that and multiply by that, the 0.2%. You'd still have $1 million that flows through it on the regular, on the daily, if we had that, which wouldn't be a complete game changer. That's why I want to see 1.2%. But if you take that and you divide that by 0.00016 is what I think we're at. Right, we're looking at 6.2 billion that you can burn off daily, if you're dividing it by that. Now, understanding that you have price increases, you have volume changing, all of that stuff that you can't really factor into because it's a variable that takes place. But you're looking at 6.2 billion coins that you can burn off daily, obviously multiplied by 365. You're looking at 2.2 over the year that you can burn off, and that's better than what we're doing in the last 6 months. Um, so I don't know. I feel like we need to find a way to implement the 0.2%. Any type of burn tax, even if they feel like 0.2% is only it. Okay, let's go with that. They're not going to raise it because what they did to this tax proposal, which um, I still don't know what projects will have trouble, with it, because I think this. I was reading this article about the merger, about the burn tax. Now, it didn't really talk about the merger too much, if at all, but talking about the proposal, 10950 to re-enable 3 IBC channels, which is great, has 100% support. But then scrolling down here and seeing proposal 10960, which aims to increase the burn tax to 1.2% with a tax of 0.96% as on-chain burn fee, and allocating 0.24% to the community pool for whatever we need to do. If we need to pay people, we need to pay people. That would be great. But then, seeing this proposal that goes from the 0.2% to the 1.2% and be so heavily destroyed with no's, not even no with veto, just no's, where it's 9.41%. That's huge. It makes me think about, do people not really don't support the 1.2%, or is this just validators that are coming here and saying we don't want this because we just voted to decrease it and we're not going to vote to increase it, USDT 104%, Ethereum 119%. What are we talking about? APYs? Where? One coin I can't remember which was up 200%. No merge. Yeah, I'm not saying that we should have any type of merge. Yeah, I guess I want to do a video on, maybe I'll do a video on like KuCoin or something. I don't know. Breaking this down. All right, guys, it is 8:30. We are going to get out of here. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate everybody that has come through. I appreciate everybody that dealt with my absence for maybe a couple of minutes. I'm gonna buy a hoodie now. Yeah, the hoodies are great. The Profits hoodies, I really like the design. I even put it on. I was playing WWE 2K22, and I put the Profits design on there. It's pretty cool. I like it. Um, I used to be a huge wrestling fan back in the day, and now I'm not so much. But I've suddenly started to not watch it, but play the game because I missed it. I used to play SmackDown Just Bring It on like the PS2, I think it was. And I absolutely loved that game. And I loved the storyline that it had with it, and I missed it so much. So I wish I had the ability to play that. Maybe I should buy a PlayStation 2 and buy SmackDown Just Bring It. But yeah. So, anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me there. I'll definitely have some more when it comes to this whole merge situation, Lunic situation, growth. Why is MEXC trending? They better implement the burn. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya. Someone's name is Sam Bankman-Fried. Anyone have $10 billion I could borrow? That's funny that you changed your name to that. Anyways, I gotta get out of here. I'll catch